Just speaking in the ongoing aspect of partnership, I think for guys leading churches, sometimes it's not clear because maybe they haven't had the opportunity or been around it long. How do you work this partnership thing out? I mean, how would the apostolic team, say, speak into the life of the church? You said before, doctrine, discipline, direction are kind of the areas, but what would that look like kind of in a practical sense? And that's a big question, but maybe just a couple pieces.
Sure. So again, I think if you understand the difference, there's the gifts that you have access to that are on this team, and I'm 500 plus at this stage. And again, it's not about numbers, but there's this global team that operates all over the world, not just in their regions, but literally all over the world. So you have access to all those gifts. But our suggestion is in partnership that you also connect with a handful, maybe 2 or 3 guys, 1 or 2, I don't know, it depends on where you're at. I don't think it's viable or reality to have more than 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Where you have access to, where you're talking to about specific things in your church, like ordinations of elders, where you're talking about financial decisions you're making, where you're talking about vision stuff, doctrine, discipline, direction. Those things, they're not, and again, all that we've said today, please understand, we are invited. We understand that. Elders are the highest human governing authority in the church. We believe that. We honor that. It's invitational. We will never come in and command and demand. And that's why even all that we're saying here is a suggestion, but it's more than, hey, think about this. This is true partnership.
Yeah.
But we would never come and take over, never dishonor, never have our trust. It's always to honor what God's doing and honor the local church. We love the local church, and we want to operate with the local church, through the local church. So we will honor that and have done that. So everything's invited. You can stand up when I'm preaching and say I disagree. You have the right to do that. If it's biblical, you've got a problem with God, not me. But I really do. I'm not pushing my thing, and I'm causing, we're not trying to cause controversy. We're actually trying to equip people and challenge people through those scriptures, because it's challenging to us as it is to others. So the point in why I'm saying all that is it's invitational.
It's good.
And even so, so go back to this, having 2, 3, maybe 4 guys, 4 people that you recognize perhaps that are on this team that are gifts, but more than gifts, they speak specifically into the life of your church. There you should have access to those guys, chatting regularly to them. Again, not asking for permission, but perspective that's outside from your local church. That is how we operate, that we believe is helpful, that's how we need to be operating. And you have access for that. And even those guys, those people you're talking to, can change. You could just say for a season, these are the people we're going to talk to. And it's not just the lead guy. I think the elders should have access to those people too. Not to bring controversy, but to bring unity. And just an outside perspective, which is so helpful. I mean, I lead this team, NCMI. And even when I was leading local churches as the leader of NCMI, I'd get other guys to speak into the context, even though I had team guys on my leadership team, on my eldership. We could have just done it with that. We would always get outside perspective from team people who we would say, hey, we recognize your gift, but more than that, we'd like you to speak into our church. And can I also just say, to be real, those people should be nearby rather than on the other side of the world who know nothing of what's happening in your church. They don't have to be people close by, but they've got to be people who know what's happening in your church, know something of what you're involved in, kind of the budget that you're involved in, that you carry, your mission, and people know who you're talking about when you say, I reference these people. It just makes it far more protecting for your people and for you when they've seen these people and they're around. And so again, that's probably a better way to go about it than just every gift that comes in gives you a perspective. Then you're going to get 500 perspectives, and that's not helpful. So I'm not saying those gifts shouldn't speak into things, but I wouldn't go to the whole team on specific things that we're involved in.
Sure.
It just makes no sense. So there's the difference to having any access to anyone, bringing them in to come and kind of minister and bring their gifting. Do that, but be selective in who you're asking, and not your friends, people who know your church, who are committed to it, and who are able to speak into and help you make some of those wise decisions.
Yeah, and I know it was extremely helpful for me from the thing of ordination, looking at these people, getting perspective. When you're there, say, hey, we were praying about these guys, and would you just have a meal with them? Those kind of outside perspectives help, because when you're in it, you're in it. You get that tunnel vision. And I know also for even things like setting salary, so that it's not all you and no accusations. It keeps you free. To me, the more accountability, the more freedom comes.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, I think in all of those things it's absolutely helpful. So, well, great, man. It's been great to have you. We'll look forward to jumping back into some things over these days, and
Yeah.
hopefully this is helpful to all of you out there, and we just trust you're carrying on with the things of God.
Absolutely. And from our side, we love partnership, can't function without it. We believe we need it. We believe every local church needs it. And again, if it's not with us, it's got to be with someone. And I think we can just do better in our partnership. And that's all we're talking about. Not axe to grind, no point to prove. Just as we go forward, we want to be more effective in all that we say and all that we do. And this is just another way of working it through, how we can be more effective.
Yeah.
So hopefully it liberates rather than restricts. We're not here to restrict. We're not here to command and tell you what to do. We're simply saying, let's be better at this as we keep on advancing and going forward. So God bless you. Appreciate the partnership. Thanks, Chris.
Pleasure.
And we'll see you again soon. God bless.